Right, Shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, and double honors unto the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and honors to you brothers out there in the highways and the byways teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. And I just want to respond to a comment by an Edomite on this video made by the elder brother from Chicago. His channel is GMS Maccabean Spirit. You already know you should be subscribed. If you're into edification, you're gonna find it here 100%. Okay, so that being said, he made this video recently, get out the melanin doctrine and grow in the spirit. You know, because we understand that, you know, the Israelites were a people of color, and people in general are a people of color. I mean, like I always say, melanin is nothing special. It's normal. Alright, like having two hands, you know, and 2 feet and 2 eyes. It's nothing special about having 2 eyes in your head. Alright, there's nothing special about having melanin. Alright, it's not having melanin, that's an anomaly. And that's the so-called white man who is a leper, according to the Bible. But you're going to have Israelites that are lepers. And there were Israelites that were lepers, both of the clean and the unclean type in the scriptures. That's why we had laws pertaining to leprosy. Alright, so you're going to have Israelites and other nations who are cursed with the plague of leprosy individually. But as a nation, that curse rests upon the nation of Edom. Alright, they are predominantly a nation of lepers, alright, which is a plague. But that being said, I want to go down to some comments by this Edomite Les Paul, right? And I like this type of Edomite for one reason and one reason only. He speaks his mind, okay? He speaks the evil and the hatred and the envy which these Edomites have in their mind. You got a lot of politically correct Edomites in these last days, right? And they're very politically correct, but ultimately, at the end of the day, they all feel like this. They all think like this, because they're filled with pride and flattery of themselves, and we're gonna get that in the scriptures. But these Edomites that come on the comment board, all right, they're just keeping it real. They're speaking their mind. Now, the brother up here said a lack of melanin is a curse in the Bible. A lack of melanin. Now, what Edomites always try and do is they try and impose themselves intellectually. Alright? But they're not an intellectual people. Alright? We are far more intellectual than they are when we are in our right mind. Alright? Because we are the Israelites. We have a greater potential than them. You look up the word potential, you know they always talk about potential. The word potential comes from potency, which comes from potent, which means power. We are a people of great talent, which goes back to the word value and weight. And we are also, and I ain't just talking about throwing basketballs around. Our talent is in every area of life. We are the sons of God. We are a people of great talent, and we are also the people of greatest potential. It says having or showing the capacity to develop into something in the future. Every Israelite born on this earth has the greatest potential of all people. We have latent qualities or abilities that may be developed and lead to future success or usefulness. Alright, when you go into the etymology, it goes back to power. Latin, Middle English from the late Latin potentialis, from potentia, meaning power, from potent, being able. We are a people of great ability. Why? Because our power is Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, the living power. And we are the sons of the living power. The Edomites are not on our level. It's time for you Israelites to recognize that and start to live up to your potential, and don't lower yourself to being a nigger, because that's what the so-called white man prays and hopes and wants you to be every day of your life. He wants you to lower yourself and restrain yourself into the box that he has mentally created for you. Right? Ever since this man came into power in these last days, he's done nothing but try and stunt our potential, stunt our growth, and undermine us as a people by calling us stupid, calling us niggers. Because ultimately he knows deep down inside that we are better than him, and we have and shall and will far exceed him in everything that is good and righteous and profitable. I got a book here just to back up my point. It's called At the Hands of Persons Unknown, the Lynching of Black America. Now we know there ain't no such thing as Black America. Again, this black term was made up by the so-called white man to oppress our people and keep us from achieving our full potential as Israelites. Because being black comes with what? Being nothing. Yeah? Comes with a very low vibration, a low outlook of yourself. Being an Israelite, a son of God, comes with a high outlook of what you should be and what you're capable of. Alright? But Esau, he's in authority, so he's controlled the labels, he's controlled the narrative, but he's losing control of the narrative, because we coming into the knowledge that we're Israelites for the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. Now I want to read from the chapter To Gather My Race in My Arms, page 97 towards the end. It says the Negro, again, the word Negro comes from the word negrescent, which means to simply be dark. Alright, but we are more than just dark. We are Israelites. We're more than just dark-skinned people. We are Israelites. Alright, this thing goes deeper than skin color. Our power isn't from our skin color. Our talent doesn't come from our skin color. Our blessings don't come from our skin color. Our blessings come from Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, and being of that chosen seed of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So the label we choose and the heritage we choose to acknowledge is that of being an Israelite. To hell with being black. That's just another oppression of the so-called white man. So the Negro is a fellow of many natural defects and deformities. So the so-called white man for years taught that our people, beginning with the tribe of Judah, were a people of many natural defects and deformities. Alright? And they actually tried to use science to back this up. That shows you that this man is crazy. Because according to knowledge, according to science, he is the one with the natural defects and deformities, with the weak bone structure, with the poor muscle genetics, with the translucent skin which makes his body susceptible to UV radiation from the sun. It says, ran a typical passage in the joke, right? A question for a continent, a popular literary assault on so-called blacks, written by Hinton R. Helper and published in 1867. So you got to understand, for years upon years, the so-called white man was putting our people down physically, mentally, socially, economically, every way, shape or form he could, putting us down, oppressing us, undermining us consistently for years. And that has affected the minds of our people even unto this very day. That's why we have a very low outlook of ourselves and a very low self-esteem. The so-called black man, the so-called black woman, so-called Hispanic man, so-called Hispanic woman, what we aspire to is very low, because we're going based upon the so-called white man and his bullshit. It says, not only is he cursed with a black complexion, so according to the so-called white man, having melanin in your skin where you are protected from UV light, and they made up some bullshit about vitamin D deficiency. That's a lie. That's been misdiagnosed for years. Recent studies have shown that there's no difference between the active form of vitamin D in so-called black people and so-called white people in the bloodstream. All right, Esau's a liar. All right, to have melanin in your skin is advantageous to every animal that lives above the ground. The only place on the planet Earth where you find animals or creatures without melanin is underground reservoirs, rivers, and caves. Animals that permanently live in that situation. Let me show you what I'm talking about. Right? Like, for instance, these shrimp right here. Right? From Australia. They're found underground. And as you can see, they're completely translucent because they don't live in the light. Alright, and that's you generally find that all animals that live in underground caves, underground rivers that never see light, like the animals that live in the deep bottom of the ocean that never come up to the surface, they're translucent. They don't have pigment. Right? They don't have any pigment because they're not exposed to the UV radiation that is on the surface. But otherwise to that, all animals, including polar bears, polar bears have melanin. Alright, all animals, including polar bears. Alright, there's a shaved polar bear right there. See? All animals, including polar bears, have pigment. Alright, polar bears have dark skin underneath their fur. Alright. Because they live on the surface. Alright. So it's not a natural defect. Alright. It says, an apish aspect, according to the so-called white man, we look like apes, which is bullshit. That's absolute madness. We don't look like apes and monkeys. Now you might get one or two, hey, because you got people that look like different animals, man. You got people that look like, you might say, oh, that dude look like a dog, or that dude got a cat face. What about Martin Keown? Everyone always used to get on Martin Keown, man. They say he looks like a chimpanzee. Alright? But so-called black people, we don't have no apish aspect. We don't look like, we're not an apish people. They used to, I remember one time they put a poster up with Martin Keown with a chimp next to it. Shit was fucking hilarious. Yeah, Martin Keown, man. Man, they used to mock that dude up differently. Oh man, they did that to Bale as well. That's deep. But that was all part of Esau and his dehumanization campaign. Alright? Esau tried to dehumanize us by basically saying we were apes and we were descended from apes. And, you know, all that bullshit. And the woolly head. Esau said having an afro is a natural defect. When the afro keeps your head warm in the winter and protects your head from the harsh sun of the heat during the summer. Yeah, the afro hair. If you got an afro, you don't need to wear a hat. If you go to anywhere that's really if you go to anywhere that's really hot, you'll find that people wear head coverings not to look cool, but because the sun can actually cook the top of your head. right? The sun, the heat of the sun can actually cook the top of your head. But if you got an afro like this, it's thick, and it's like a natural hat that will protect the scalp of your head and therefore your brain from direct sunlight and overheating. Unlike if you've got, you know, straight hair, the sun can get to your scalp much easier. If you ever tried to put grease in your scalp, you know what I'm talking about. Likewise, in the summer, the afro acts as great insulation for your head, to keep heat in your head, because that's where you lose most of your heat in winter. So it's not a defective hair type at all. It's strong. All right. And not to mention that our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai, but hey, the Most High, let's take it to the Most High, man, has the hair of the pure wool. So I don't know what the hell these Edomites were on, but if that's a natural defect, then you're gonna have to pay for that statement. Daniel 7:9, I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the Ancient of Days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. So he had white woolly hair, pure wool, white and woolly in texture. So I don't know what the hell you talking about. See, and Esau's admitted that we have a woolly head in this book. It says, let's go over, let me get back an image of the book. And this is a good book, you know, a lot of good information in this book, by the way. I didn't really want this video to be that long, but I'm just going in the spirit right now. So this is the book here, At the Hands of Persons Unknown. Alright, so he said that we have an apish aspect, which, you know, that's just his attempt at dehumanizing us, and a woolly head. He is also rendered odious by an intolerable stench. Alright, so apparently we just stink. Now, obviously, if you, just like they showed you in 12 Years a Slave, if you are not affording your slaves proper soap, and you're working them 12 hours a day, obviously you're gonna stink, man. If you, any people on the planet Earth, if you don't provide them with the proper cosmetics and the proper time to clean, then they're gonna stink. And you Edomites are gonna find that out in the kingdom, man. Cause I ain't giving you no soap. I ain't gonna have to smell you anyway. You're gonna be in the field. I'm not gonna be out there with you. Only time I'm gonna come out there to swiftly remove something off your shoulders, man, that looks like your head. And then I'm back in the sweetness with my women, man. I wanna be around you Edomites. But you see, Esau said apparently we stink. We have a thick skull and a booby brain. I mean, what the hell does that even mean? A booby brain. Booby, what does that even mean? A booby brain. Stupid. So we're just stupid. And that's why everything that Jake is doing today in Esau society, at one time it was said that we were incapable of doing that, like flying planes and being doctors. You see, Esau has always sought to put us down as a people, man, to disregard our heritage, our talent, and our potential. Alright? And he still wants to keep us in that box, but guess what? It's over. Helper was a unionist and had opposed slavery, but came to resent northern efforts to turn southern freedmen into citizens. So he never wanted Israelites to be even considered on paper to be equal to Edomites. Alright? Sections of his book bore titles such as The Negro's Vile and Vomit Provoking Stench and Black Nobodies. And that's exactly what that whole thing of being a black nobody has persisted to this very day. The only thing Esau wants to give us credit for is things that Jake has done on an entertainment level in this society. Like, he'll give us credit for basketball. He'll push that all over the news all day long. Oh, he's a great athlete. But they won't push the black inventors and people of intellect and how the Nigerians surpass everybody for academic studies. But I thought we were naturally just stupid with booby brains. But the so-called Nigerian, because they're grown up a certain way, they're given to academic studies, man, and they go in hard. And then they move to Britain and America, have 2 or 3 generations, and they become black people. All right? But black nobodies, but they don't ever want to give credit to our heritage as a people, both the so-called Negro, the Hispanic, and the Native American Indian. We come from a great people of great culture and excellence throughout all the ages. It says, in the latter, he provided exhaustive lists of accomplished people through all human history, which I guarantee you most of the people he mentioned were actually Israelites, but they're liars. Statesmen, historians, philosophers, artists, explorers, and dared the reader to offer the name of even one Negro whose achievements would deserve inclusion. Well, I can offer the name of one so-called Negro. Well, Yahweh Shai. But let me go to Solomon. Esau, you're finished, man. Such a liar, man. That's why I don't... Look, man, you know, you can't let yourself get too angry, and I'm gonna get the precepts on that. You gotta remember, man, that Esau's just a liar, man. A lot of times Jake get angry like the shit is true. It's not true, man. He's just a liar, man. This dude's just a fool, and he's about to go down in the hard way, man. Alright, a lot of our people actually believe the things that Esau say. That's why they get so upset. They believe they are niggas. They believe they are blacks. They believe they've never been nobody, because they don't know no different. But you know what, man? When you come into this truth, you find out, man, it's all lies. It's all BS, man. 1 Kings 10 and 22. For the king had at sea a navy of Tarshish with the navy of Hiram. Once in 2 years came the navy of Tarshish, bringing gold and silver, ivory, and apes and peacocks. So King Solomon exceeded all the kings of the earth for riches and for wisdom. Now, that's got to be of some kind of note. Now, King Solomon, man, said, I am black, meaning I am negro in appearance. I am negrescent. Songs of Solomon 105, I am black and comely, not but and comely. He said, I am black and beautiful. But that black wasn't his heritage. He's an Israelite. O ye daughters of Jerusalem, as the tents of Kedar, which the word Kedar also means to be dark, as the curtains of Solomon. Now, let's look up the word there for black. I am black. Dusky. Alright. Blackish color of face. Yeah, what you would call a so-called Negro. But comely. Now, in the Hebrew, it actually says Wah. Alright. See where it's got comely here? There's a Wah there. Wah. Nah, where is it? Wah. It's an and, not but. It's Wah. He was saying I'm dark skinned and beautiful. Alright, so I don't know what the hell you Edomites are talking about, man. Fools. But anyway, let's go back to this clown, okay? So he says, whites have melanin, you retard. In fact, all animals have it. Melanin is the chemical that gives color to the eyes, hair, and skin. But you Edomites don't have no color in your skin. And a lot of you ain't got no color in your hair. A lot of you ain't got no color in your eyes. Blue eyes, blonde hair, translucent skin. I talk about the Bible with you, but judging by your previous comment, I'm afraid you don't understand it enough to sound intelligent. No, you don't understand the Bible. You Edomites are the ones that don't understand the Bible. Right? It's you. The truth is, it's you. You're the one that's not intelligent enough to talk to us. That's why in the kingdom of heaven, when the men of wisdom are speaking, are conversing, you're not going to be nowhere to be found, because you don't belong in that conversation, because you are a brute beast. You are the worst of all the heathen, man. You are the lowest of the low. You are a lesser, man. But you parading around the world because you got lucky. Time and chance happen if the old men, like you really that dude. Now you Edomites, man, concerning melanin, you are deficient. Now let's get the word deficiency. Yeah, a lack, or in fact, let's get the white, so-called white skin. Good old Wikipedia. Light skin, ain't nothing light about it, man. It's fucking Edomites, man. Look at these devils, man. Group of light skinned Europeans, man. Where's the Edomites, man? Alright. Light skin is a naturally occurring human skin color which is emulanin pigmentation and which has been adapted to environment of low UV radiation. It ain't been adapted for shit. Alright, there ain't no environment of low UV radiation above the surface of the planet, man. Alright, unless you're talking about caves and underground or in the deep sea. Everywhere you go on this planet is bathed in radiation every day. Alright, light skin is most commonly found amongst the native populations of Europe, Edomites, and Northeast Asia, because a lot of them over there mix with Edomites, as measured through skin reflectance. Alright, now what you have, alright, what you guys have is a distinct a lack of melanin, man. You have little eumelanin pigmentation. You have a deficiency. Alright, just like blonde hair. Let's look at the word blonde. Same thing. Low levels of dark pigment, eumelanin. Yeah, you got a deficiency, my man. Yeah, and you're susceptible to what's known as blindness. Okay, snow blindness. You know, you Edomites also get what's known as snow burn. You damn devils. Alright. Same thing with blue eyes. See, this is a full-blown leper, right? This person right here is deficient as hell. Let's get blue eyes. See, and everything I'm saying right here, I'm not saying it out of envy or hate or anything. I'm just telling the truth. I'm not even angry right now. I'm just telling the truth. Something you Edomites can't do. I'm being fair right now. I'm just keeping it like it is. There is no blue pigmentation either in the iris or the ocular fluid. The dissection reveals that the iris pigment epithelium is a brownish black due to the presence of melanin. Unlike brown eyes, blue eyes have low concentration of melanin. Yeah, it's deficient, man, and it makes you susceptible to blindness, man. Yeah. Alright, blindness. Alright, it's a deficiency, man. Let's get the word deficiency. A lack or shortage. Yeah, insufficiency. You lack the melanin to safely operate on the earth. Alright, that's why you got when you go skiing. Let's show you something, man. Snow blindness. Snow blindness is a painful temporary loss of vision due to overexposure to the sun's UV rays. The medical term for snow blindness is photokeratitis. Essentially, snow blindness is caused by a sunburned eye, or more specifically, a sunburned cornea. And guess what? People get that. That's why you Edomites have got to wear these. Yeah, when you go skiing. Yeah, because your eyes can't hold up. Alright, that's why you got to put sunblock on when you go skiing, because the UV rays reflect off the snow. What's the word for it again? For reflection. It's not libido. That's something else. Something. What the hell is the word, man? There's a particular word. Bingo! Albedo. That's the one. Albedo. I remember that from when I did geology. Yeah, albedo. So snow actually has the highest albedo. So I don't know what these people are talking about, man. The snowy regions is still not good for your skin, my man. That's why you get snowburn. Alright, so these people are out of their damn minds. Let's jump back to deficiency, see if you got any more on that. Reopen that. You got Don't let Esau get away. Falling short, shortcoming, defect, fault, flaw, imperfection, weakness, inadequacy, shortcoming, limitations. You're limited, mate. Alright? So that's the point on that. So let's jump over and get back into this. Alright, so you're an obvious retard. You don't even understand that a recessive gene doesn't mean weaker, but you are weaker. You Edomites are weaker, man, and that's pursuant to the scriptures. You are the weaker people, that's a fact. Alright? And that's because you were made that way. You are inherently weaker. Okay? Right? It's a miracle that you're even in rulership, because you're mentally and physically weaker than we are. The only reason you're in rulership is because the Most High, the earth is said that the earth would be given into the hand of the wicked, man. And the Lord broke us down and put curses on us and brought us low. This is Genesis 25 and 23. And the Lord said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, which nations come from men. Okay, seed lines. Alright, so there was 2 man children in the womb, unidentical. How do we know they're unidentical? And 2 manner of people shall be separated from thy bowels. They were going to be 2 completely different types of people, both physically, spiritually, and mentally. And the one people shall be stronger than the other, and the elder shall serve the younger. Alright, and the one that's stronger than the other is Jacob, Israel. We're stronger than you Edomites in every way. Mentally, physically, we're stronger than you, man. Alright, you Edomites break down easy. Alright, you can't deal with shit, man. And you're weak too. That's why you get bruck up in every sport, man. And you gotta take all kind of drugs to try and catch up. And you still can't catch up. Bunch of clowns, man. So you are weaker. Whites are found on every continent in every climate. Yeah, of course. Job, you live there. That don't mean you're suited for it. Let's get you know, first of all, people of color are found on every continent before you know, what the hell are you talking about, man? Job 9 and 24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked, he covereth the faces of the judges therefore of, if not, where and who is he? Alright, so you Edomites, the earth has been given into your hand. That's why you are on every continent, man, menacing the earth. Alright, now your homeland is actually from a place of heat. You Edomites come from Edom. You don't come from Europe. You come from Edom, man, which is in the Middle East. Alright, you don't look like so-called white people because it got cold and your skin turned white. You look like so-called white people because you were cursed with leprosy from birth. As it says in Genesis the 25th chapter, the first came out red all over like a hairy garment, and they called his name Esau, meaning wasted away is he. You came out with a lack of pigmentation, red. You came out red, man. Super red, extremely red. Not light skin, red bone red. You came out red. Translucent. Alright? That's you. Alright? That's how you came out the womb. It ain't got nothing to do with where you live, because your land mass is Edom. Let me show you where your homeland is. The kingdom of Edom, right down here in the Middle East. Alright? So let's jump back to this Edomite, man. We vacation in the sun, yeah, and get sunburn. Yeah, go vacation in the sun without sunblock. Who created sunblock? Why do you need sunblock? Sunblock. Why the hell do you need sunscreen and sunblock and all this crap for? Because your ass needs protection, man. We got natural sunblock from UV radiation. We don't need sunscreen, you dummy. And you go out there in the sun and get wrinkled up and old. Let's watch this, man. You Edomites, man. Idiot. The truth, see, the truth is on our side, man. Science. Freckles is your skin being destroyed. That's why you Edomites age faster than anyone on the planet Earth, because it's a UV radiation that's destroying your skin, so you wrinkle down. All right, that's why they say so-called black don't crack, baby. That's why my grandmother looks younger than your daughter, man. You damn devils. And it's just true. That's why the only active ingredient in anti-aging creams that they can even say is anti-aging is sunblock. Look it up. Yeah, UV, anti-UV block or whatever the hell it is. That's the only active ingredient in anti-aging creams where they can scientifically say it fights against aging. Because aging, the signs of aging is predominantly caused by UV exposure. Them Edomites that go on holiday every year, 3 times a year, by the time they're 40, oh God, their damn the face look like a foreskin, man. Those healthy skin is easy to spot. Yeah, the other nations and Jake. They look like us under the camera. You devils, man. You devils are through. You devils are through. You bunch of liars about we got natural defects. Get out of here. We vacation in the sun. Keep going, man. I encourage you, man. Blacks are found primarily in one place, the jungle. That's not true. That is not true. That is just not true. It's a lie. It's a lie. People of color are found everywhere on the planet, living in every environment you can possibly think of, okay? Black people of color are not just found in jungles, man. That is an absolute lie. Alright, that is an absolute lie. That is, I can't even tell you how much of a lie that is, man. That is madness. But this is the kind of bullshit that Esau pushes, man. The truth ain't with him, man. The truth ain't with him. First of all, the Aboriginal people of Australia don't live in jungles, man. What are you talking about, man? What did he? Blacks are found primarily, primarily, or really? You a liar, man. All right. If you really check it out, most people on the earth are found primarily wherever the best environments are to live in. That's where people are mostly gonna live. So if you go to India, what are you gonna say then? India's full of jungles and all that. So people live around jungles, man. It's the climate, man. It's good land. What are you talking about, man? Some places you're gonna have jungles, some places you're gonna have forest. A jungle is just a type of forest, man. Forest exists damn near everywhere except the desert, man. Or if you live in the plains somewhere, then you live in the plains. What's your point, man? People of color live everywhere. So you see, again, this is Esau and his bullshit. Blacks are found primarily one place, the jungle, seeking shelter from the sun under foliage. And this Edomite actually believes this stuff. That's why, look, man, you gotta look at this man as what he really is, man. The truth ain't with him. The facts prove you wrong. So according to him, so-called black people, we found predominantly in the jungle, hiding from the sun. Why would we need to hide from the sun? No, you're the one that needs to hide from the sun, you dummy. But you're too stupid to do that. Okay? Blacks die at nearly twice the rate from heat-related illnesses as whites, and at an alarming rate of 30 times more than Latinos. Well, heat exposure will kill anyone. So if you are in a situation where you get exposed to heat and you don't have the proper shelter from that heat, you're gonna die, not because your skin's getting burnt, but because you're overheating. Okay? Duh. Hell with this guy, man. Let's move on. Esau think they're slick, but they're not slick. Blacks have no viable country of their own. Everything they have comes from the white man. If it wasn't for the charity given to black countries for the white man, the blacks couldn't sustain themselves. These Edomites are crazy. So without the Edomites, anyone with melanin would just die. Okay. Look how mad you are. You see, because they're just trying to get you angry, man. Don't buy into these people, man. They're idiots, man. They're dumb. You just wrote multiple comments when it all could have been said using one comment. This proves your low IQ. Ooh! So all these Edomites that are on trolling, who's known for trolling the internet, just talking shit? You Edomites. See how these people are crazy, man. Jesus said Esau is the fake Jews. Those who call themselves Judahites, oh boy, but are not. They're the synagogue of Satan. That describes what you're doing, is calling yourself a Hebrew, but are not a Hebrew. No, we are Hebrews. And even so-called white people are Hebrews. They're Hebrew Edomites. We're Hebrew Israelites. Alright? But anyway, let me get some final scriptures for you Edomites, man. You guys are jokers, man. Alright, you people, you was in Africa, you couldn't even read and write. Shut up, okay, bro. That's why, bro, all the nations had forms of writing. Hebrew is our language, my man. English is also our language. Alright? French, German, all those languages we developed out of Latin, man. Latin ain't even Edomites' language, man. They took that from Japhet. See, you Edomites, man, are some real pieces of shit. But, you know, it is what it is. This is Psalms 37. No, before I even get that, let me get Psalms 36, man. You Edomites, man. Before I even get that. Yeah, you Edomites, you flatter yourself. You really think that if you Edomites basically are like the saviors of mankind, the bearers of the light, and if you didn't exist and you weren't in authority, like the world would just implode upon itself, everyone would just starve to death, the animals would eat themselves out to extinction, and the earth would just become a rock. No. That's your flattery, man. Psalms 36 and 1. A psalm of David, the servant of the Lord. The transgression of the wicked saith within my heart, there is no fear of God before his eyes. For he flattereth himself in his own eyes. You Edomites, man, this is exactly what you do. You have some hyper inflated view of yourself as a people and what you've done on this planet Earth. Here it is. You've destroyed the earth, destroyed the people, destroyed the family structure, oppressed, cheated, lied, steal, undermined. Like, your nations are not viable. You're the one that's fucked with everyone's nations, man. But charity, get out the fuck out of here, man. John Perkins already broke down with the economic hitman how you and the IMF go around undermining countries and destroying them, man. Let's not play these fucking games. You Edomites ain't ever helped nobody, man. That's why the scripture says he that weakened the nations, man. You're not here to help nobody, man. You're here to undermine and destroy, okay? Everything, man. You're the enemy of life itself. You're the enemy of the rocks, the trees. You're the enemy of everything, man. You're going to be done away with, my man. Point blank, period. For he flattereth himself in his own eyes. until his iniquity be found to be hateful. Alright? The words of his mouth are iniquity and deceit. He hath left off to be wise and to do good. You Edomites haven't done any good, man, on this planet. You're the devil that the Bible speaks of, man. You've poisoned the water, the air, and the food, man. Alright? People are more sick now than they've ever been. Children are more sick now than they've ever been. Alright? And you running around with your computers pretending like you fixing everything. You destroying everything, man. You're a kid with a chemistry set. And you're about to be done away with, man. See, the Lord is about to put your words to the test. We're going to see what's going to happen when you are removed from the earth. Now let's look at the word flattereth, man. Now the word flattereth is kalak, right? And it means to flatter, to be smooth, meaning you speak smoothly concerning yourself, like this Edomite was just doing. He would just basically just, we give charity and all this and that. Without us, you wouldn't even be able to sustain yourself and all this bullshit, man. The Edomites are crazy, man. Like everyone would just starve to death if we didn't do this and do that and blah 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 blah. Okay, yeah, well, I thought I had the word flattereth. Yeah, man, flatter, to lavish praise and compliments on someone, and you do this to yourself, man. Often insincerely and with the aim of furthering one's own interests, right? I want to get this. Flatter oneself. This is the main thing I want. To choose to believe something favorable about oneself, typically when his belief is unfounded. Yeah, like your supremacy. The only supremacy you Edomites have is economic and military, because the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. In terms of you as an actual people, your intelligence, the way you rule, you're not superior to anyone. You're the worst case scenario. Like the elder Yasha, what you are the worst case scenario. You ruling over the earth is the worst case scenario. It cannot get any worse than you. And that's a fact, man. Alright, meanwhile you're flattering yourself, man. Listen, man, let me tell you Edomite something, man. Psalms 37. Let's get straight to the point. You Edomites are gonna be cut off, man. Alright. Oh, man. Let's get straight to the point, man. Psalms 37 and 28. For the Lord loveth judgment and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. And you Edomites, you so-called white people, are the seed of the wicked. And you're going to be cut off. Alright? It says, the righteous shall inherit the land and dwell therein forever. So you think that when you get cut off, everything's going to fall apart. Nah, we're going to be still here chilling, man. We're going to be chilling, man. We're going to be chilling. Alright? The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. You Edomite talking about how we got low IQs, but you're setting off nuclear weapons in the atmosphere, man. You people are stupid, man. The law of his God is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide. The wicked watcheth the righteous. And see, if at one point this devil even tried to say that they're the chosen people. Where did I see that? He tried to say that the Edomites. There we go. Whites introduced the Bible to your Bantu, but we introduced the Bible to you, because the original peoples that ruled Europe, right? The scrolls and the scripts and the original people that even had control over the Catholic Church were so-called black people, man. So you're talking about West Africa, but we were also in Europe. You got the Bible from us, you damn devils. People are crazy, man. Absolutely crazy, man. You finished your through. Now, where did he said something about Edomites are the blessed people? Okay, he says, well, you're more. Where's your proof whites are cursed? We're above all people on earth, proving we're God's chosen and you are the synagogue of Satan. Now, well, the Bible tells you God's chosen people will be above all people by keeping the laws. Are you Edomites keeping the laws? No. You're above all people and you're breaking all the laws. You know why? because you're the wicked. You're the devil. And as the Bible says, Job 9:24, the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. See, you Edomites are through. You Edomites are through. You cut yourself, man. You cut yourself. How you going? You're saying you're above all people on the earth, but at the same time, then you ain't the chosen people, because the Lord said in the, Deuteronomy 28 that He would put us above all people on the earth if we keep the laws. You don't keep the laws. You break all the laws. So you ain't the chosen people. You're through. You're through. It's over for you, Edomites. You're not that smart, man. I'm telling you, you think you're smart, but you're not that smart. You're not that smart at all. The Lord will not leave him in his hand nor condemn him when he is judged. We're in the hand of the wicked. The reason you have supremacy over the earth right now is because the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. The reason you rest upon our lot is because we put forth our hand to wickedness. The rod of the wicked shall not rest upon the lot of the righteous, lest the righteous put forth his hand to iniquity. Come on, man. You Edomites gotta work harder than that. Wait on the Lord and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. So we're gonna see you Edomites get cut off, man. You know? And that's gonna be a beautiful thing. I have seen the wicked in great power, like he just said. And spreading himself like a green bay tree. Like he said, there's Edomites all over the world. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yea, I sought him, but he could not be found. And that's a beautiful thing, man. The Edomites are going to be eradicated, man. Job 20:4. Knowest thou not this of old, since man was placed upon the earth? Yeah, since you Edomites are so fucking smart, and you got this great IQ, have you not worked out that if you do wickedness, it ain't gonna last forever, man? Hey, I thought you were so fucking smart. I thought you guys were like super scholars. You got all the writings and the annals of history. Have you not worked out yet that if you do wickedness as a people, you ain't gonna sail off into the sunset, man? You're gonna be judged and destroyed. That's how smart you are. You ain't worked that one out yet, man. But you got this 1020 IQ, but you ain't worked out that if you do wickedness, hey, as a man sows, so shall he also reap. You don't know that? You didn't read that bit, no? That the triumphing of the wicked is short, which that's what it is. You Edomites have been triumphing. That's what white supremacy is. It's nothing more than the triumphing of the wicked, and it's a short thing. It's gonna be short-lived. And the joy of the hypocrite, because you Edomites are actors, man. You acting, man. You playing a part, man. But you ain't that guy, man. You're not benevolent, man. You're not that guy. You're a bunch of hypocrites. You playing like you the don, like you're benefactors and all that, but you're really just a bunch of devils, man. But it's for a moment. Though his excellency mount up to the heavens and his head reach unto the clouds, you know, you proud. You really think you just on the highest level. You gonna fix everything, you gonna GMO everything up. Yet he shall perish forever like his own dung. They which have seen him shall say, where is he? He shall fly away as a dream and shall not be found. Yea, he shall be chased away as a vision of the night. The eye also which saw him shall see him no more, neither shall his place any more behold him. And what's your place? Ultimately the land of Edom. But that's going to be given to the tribe of Judah. You're going to be exterminated. You Edomites are going to be exterminated, man. Alright? It's over for you. Alright? Every other nation of people is going to get punished, and then they're going to be put in subjection, and they're going to have their own kings with their own glory under tribute under us. But you Edomites are going to be exterminated, and you're not going to be partakers in any way, shape, or form in the kingdom of heaven, man. You're going to be gone. You're going to be out of there. You're going to be kicked out of paradise, man. You don't belong here, man. Obadiah 1:18, the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for the Lord hath spoken it. And guess what, man? Life is going to continue happily ever after for the people on this planet, for the people, the animals, the plants. We're going to live in order with Israel ruling over the nations. and over the animals and over the lands. And the earth is just going to be the beginning. Life is going to flourish throughout the whole universe, man. And you're going to be gone, mate. You're going to be out of there. You acting like if you disappeared. Look, man, and the worst thing about it is no one ain't even going to care that you're gone, except for the fact that we're happy you're gone. We're not going to be like, oh man, I wish Esau was here. No, man, you're nobody, man. You're not needed no more. You're gonna be kicked out, and that's the end of it. So I wanted to bring another scripture for brothers, man. Look, man, when it comes to these Edomites, man, Psalms 37:1, man, we have to always remember that Esau is nothing, man, and he's gonna be punished in full. He ain't getting away with nothing. So let's not exert ourselves and let these Edomites draw us out on the comment board and get angry and start. Look, man, I mean, you're gonna get angry sometimes, but really, man, Esau's done, man. The time for we gonna get real angry when we get the chance to put hands on this guy. Right now, don't overstress yourself, man. This guy's done. He's finished. All right, Psalms 37:1. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass and the wither, and wither as the green herb. Trust in the Lord, right, and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt be fed. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom.